Hello and welcome to Dice Adventure. We are a group of friends who love to tell stories. For the next few episodes, we will be taking a slight break, a slight detour from our Daggers Off main campaign we've been running, and bringing you a level 20 5-shot set in the dying world of Melodus. I am Matt, your Dungeon Master, and it's going to be a bit of an interesting one. We're going to have players dipping in and out. We're going to have characters possibly changing, different story parts being told at the same part. But today we have the following players. I'll let them introduce themselves and who they are playing.
Hey, I'm Mantiago. I'll be playing Magnus Reaper.
And I'm Gisborne. I'll be playing Echo, a soldier that fell that had the mastery of time in his day.
So, with these two characters being our centre points, we will dive in. As darkness fell, so did the fire. The fire that consumed everything in its path. In the smog and detritus of the flames and the carnage, 5 heads were visible, being commanded by a person with unfathomable might, known simply in the days to follow as the evil King Tyrant. After he took over the world, this 5-headed monstrosity vanished, and in its place rose 5 generals, each a protective pillar for King Tyrant. There was not all darkness in these days. After he took over the world, there was a small pocket of light. This pocket of light tried their best to rise against the evil that was being spread, but slowly and slowly they were being taken out and destroyed until Wisp Avatorn, a mage of sorts, very retired mage at this point, bit grumpy, very grey, but has lived wise beyond his years, begins his journal like he has been documenting this whole time, the 54 years of this reign of King Tyrant, and he begins with, "It's the 27th day of the first month in the 54 year. My writings today are brief and are filled with sorrow. We did manage to charge the Eversoul, but at a great price. There is less than 5 of us now. I promised my friends not to give up, but I can't ask these free men to go idly into their grave for a promise I made." There's like this pulse of light and this shaking of this base they're in. The dust falls from this underground catacomb they're kind of like residing in. Wait. There's light. What is this light? And then there's like this rumbling. Wait, it worked. It worked. He drops the book to the ground, races over to the Eversoul, which is now like floating in the air, kind of like rotating, pulsing, and making this horrible like humming sound. And then it kind of cracks open, and 2 bolts of light fall from it. This light bubbles and collects, forming 2 humanoid figures. And Magnus, if you'd like to describe what we see as this light slowly fades away and your form is pulled out of it.
So you see basically human man. He's very smartly dressed. He's got like a long coat on. Color schemes like blues, purples, reds. He's also got like a red cloak on. He has like red, orange hair, medium length, blue eyes, and he also is wearing like a top hat as well.
And if Yukis would like to describe Echo as he materializes out of this light, becoming more visible.
Yeah, standing there quite, what's the word? Readied, quite stood in place, in these very kind of bluish and slight purple over the whole kind of ensemble that he's wearing. Shield in one arm, seeing that half of its body seems to be very metallic and metal at this point. Metal arm, metal leg, and a robotic-esque looking eye. Just looking like a really weird half human, half robot knight.
Oh, it worked! It worked! You see this kind of elderly fellow, greying ever so slightly. He sounds a lot older than what he looks like. He does seem to have been aging quite well. He looks to you to be probably around his 60s, but his voice brings a voice of someone that's seen far many more years. And he's like, "Oh, I'm Whisper Etherthon." He kind of like dusts himself off and he goes to like rush over. He goes, "You must be the ones we've been told about."
I was known as Echo at the time, but pleasure to meet you. Just this very cold mechanical hand, very eagerly shaking. Just like
Interesting. Echo, you say?
Yes, that's what I took as a name at one point. Don't know if that has any meaning anymore.
And you, sir?
Yes, it is a pleasure to meet me. It is Magnus Reaper. May I ask where exactly are we right now?
We are just under the ground of Dire Shield. We're in one of the small catacombs that we've built since failing to reclaim the town. Reaper, are you part of the Reaper Arms, the notorious blacksmiths back in the day?
It was a name I just gave myself, but sure.
Fair enough. So, you heard us, right? You're here to help us.
I mean, I was hearing something. Help with what exactly?
Just a little over 55 years ago, the evil King Tyrant. This, both you make a history check as he says this name.
Natural 20 for 30.
Okay.
25.
25. Okay. So you have heard of this King Tyrant. Respectively, both back in your days, he was a force that you were trying to stop and probably gave up your life to make sure didn't take over. And obviously, he's lived throughout the ages. Obviously, both you two are from different ages of Melodus. Clearly, by exactly how you're dressed, you're definitely not from the same age. But in both your ages, you do remember this King Tyrant that tried to take over the world at some point.
Well, I certainly thought he'd be dead at this point, but seems like he's more resilient than a cockroach.
Yeah, I agree with that. So I'm guessing he won.
He didn't just win, he obliterated us.
What day and age are we in now?
We are 54 years into the 5th age. And
Wow,
it is
that is a substantial time jump.
yes, it's the 27th day of the first month.
Oh. Well, at least we have decent weather ahead, I guess. So anything specifically you need done now, then? Time is most certainly of the essence at this point.
Yes,
How many are left?
How many are left of what?
Just in general, just how obviously people didn't just lay down and just take it like a.
Of us, of the ones still trying to fight.
Yes,
Yes.
I'm assuming it's not just you, right?
No,
Please say it's
including
not just
me,
you.
there is. Including me, there is 5.
I think I prefer if you said it was just you actually at this point. That somehow is worse. Well, perfect.
And they can fight or just
Survive, at least.
Yeah.
If I'm completely honest with you, we do have 2 that are able fighters. The other 3 are probably
Non-combatants?
best. They would probably just be getting in the way.
Okay, non-combatants. Like taking the sheath off and just like tapping the Everstone with the back. So what do you know about the vessel that was carrying our existences?
I've heard that throughout time, this, as you put it, vessel, has appeared in moments of great heroism, sealing people on their moment of death, so that one day they would be able to return and take back when evil reigns. I'm not a betting man, but I'm guessing that is today.
Only 2 of us. Thought you would send more, at least. Okay, well, putting the saber back on the hip and all that. Well, I guess we're all you got for the time being. The place is very drab. Sunlight, if possible.
The sun hasn't shone here for many years.
Well, this gets worse the more you speak.
You're just hearing it. Imagine living it.
No, yeah, valid point. Okay, well.
Is there plans to summon more, or did it only work for just the 2 of us?
At this point, it's still glowing and twisting and pulsing. I'm hoping it more will come. It did that exactly when you 2 appeared. At that point, you kind of flicker out of reality and then back into reality, and he goes, "Oh, that may be a downside."
That sounds really strange.
I'm hoping you'd stay in this reality long enough to help us, at least.
Well, I'll help as much as I can in case I do disappear.
Yeah, have you got anything you need us to do now? Because we seem to be on a time limit.
Oh, definitely. Perhaps if you see Sir Dawkins, he's the one that's been mounting defences. He's probably further up near the entrance of this little cave part we've been protecting in. Either him or Yvonne Dark. They would be your best 2 bets.
I guess both in the same general area?
We would hope.
Well, away we go, I guess.
Yeah, let's get things started.
Anyway, lovely to meet you. Once again, mechanical hand.
I won't get
don't worry.
used to that.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's like full range of motion. It's like the arm was never missing. You kind of get used to it. You kind of forget it's even there. even though it's just bright, metal. Anyway.
It is quite fascinating. How is it attached? Have you sewn it in? Or
Popped it out and it's just holding the arm in the other hand. It's just kind of attached to the socket.
Oh, very fascinating. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, and just popped it back into place. It's like a very advanced prosthetic for the time I was in. Same with the foot, and you just see the one mechanical foot just spinning.
It's definitely more advanced than what I know.
Well, time changes, and so do discoveries. Stuff is both discovered and lost in the same way. So, Des.
Yes. Would you like to point us in the right direction?
Because we don't know where you are.
Sorry, straight ahead.
Much appreciated. Okay. Away I go.
As you're kind of trudging through this cave, there's bits that kind of just click and crack. It's weird. It's almost like you're getting used to walking again after being not being able to for such a long time. Yeah. It's a very weird feeling, but it's equally a feeling of oh, okay, this is how it works, sort of thing. And as you are walking, you both kind of pick up speed again and get back up to your natural movement that you did at the one point. As you do that, you see this kind of elderly, kind of rotund individual in this heavy plate armor. He's got this shield that's resting against the side. He's got these mutton chop that's peppered, salt and peppered. He's got this thinning grey hair. It's kind of loosely put into a warrior tail, side shaved, but it's like that. He's got more scars than face at this point.
Nice.
Just really chiseled veteran. His armor has 100% Simbeta days. You two walking up to him look like glowing examples of health and cleanliness, and he's just looks like he's been swirling around in pig muck for the better part of
God knows how long. Yeah.
And he's just
drug through a town backwards.
He just looks at you and well, I'll be. That old man worked it out. You must be from the Rock.
We're all you've got from the Rock, but yes, apparently there might be more. It seems to still be spinning and making an awful sound.
So there might be more of us. You might lose some of us. Who knows?
Yeah, we seem to be kind of not here but here, passing his hand through his own stuff and then bringing it back. Just so, we can manipulate the physical realm, but we don't know how long we're here for. We were told to come get something done because we don't know how long the timeline's going to take.
Well, I'll be completely honest with you. I don't think beggars can be choosers at this point, and I'm going to say we are definitely more beggars than choosing at this point. How much do you know?
We know about the age. We know that we all, well, at least me and him at this point, have died in the past and were deemed worthy enough to be trapped within the Everstone. Learned a bit more about the Everstone through what you guys now know, since different time periods. And it looks like you're less advanced than when I left.
Well, that'll happen when the world goes to shit.
Yeah, no, I could kind of tell. Hi. Pleasure to meet you, Echo.
And you are?
You may call me Magnus.
Well, I'm Sir Dawkins. You may call me Sir Dawkins. And
that's entirely fine.
As you're talking to him, you hear this kind of slivery, leathery voice stepping out from the shadows, and this very thin man steps forward, wearing kind of loose leather armor, this long black hair, that's kind of like brushed to one side, shaved on the other. On where this side is shaved, you just see like this. It would be a tattoo, but it's more like carved into the skin rather than like tattooed on. And he's just like, oh, did my ears hear correctly? You knew about this King Tyrant and still he lives? And the Everstone brought us you.
Well, if you don't want any help, you can go back into the shadows you came from, you little worm.
Clearly, wherever you're from, they didn't teach manners.
So, what's your deal? Why are you here? You can have our help or not. Otherwise, I can give you another scar if you want.
And I can just go back to the stone.
Oh. And Sidorka's at this point like, listen, I'm willing to take the help. Yvonne, let's just see what they have to offer. I suppose.
You're a quartermaster, you know on anything, maybe we can go out and do that. And it seems you're kind of locked in a state of keeping this place secure in the first place. And since we are technically disposable at this time, we can do stuff like that.
Yeah. Yes, the long and the short of it is we do have some survivors and we've been spying on them from here. He hands you a spyglass and kind of like points in the direction.
No, I don't need that. Just the, mechanical eye, just like, which direction?
He kind of just gestures, just forward on, just like a slightly up. It's kind of on top of like this cliff bit.
Yeah, just like spinning and changing the colors from the res to blue, like blue. God, that still feels really weird.
And he's just like, well, that's our survivors. There's about 150 there.
And why are they not hiding it here with you guys?
They're trapped in. They're kind of like locked in a cage.
And yeah, with what the old man said, you don't have enough manpower to actually deal with that. Okay, cool.
However, if we could try and get to that point, then perhaps we could, if we get more manpower, with you guys helping us as well, we probably could take back this little town and use it as a base of operations.
Stepping stone. Got you. Okay. Great kind of idea for guerrilla warfare. Very impressive. Oh, I see why you are quite, what's the word? Refined. Any plans?
Did you see anyone like patrolling? Or are they just alone in the cage? Creatures, entities, anything?
There is something that protects the cage. It's one of the 5 heads.
Oh, right, you might have to bring us up to speed with that because we haven't been told anything about anything like that.
When the King Tyrant took to power, he rode upon a 5-headed beast.
Okay.
Shortly after, he couldn't let this beast wander and split the powers into each a head, making them a general for his army.
Okay. The 5 weaker subordinates that are easier to control than one.
Yes.
Daunting beast. Got you. Okay. How regularly are the attacks here? I'm guessing they know you're here at this point since you're always on lookout by the looks of it.
Yes. As of the night we tried, which was about, my memory's not what it used to be now. 7 days ago, I believe. When we first tried to take Dire Shield, we have been raided every hour on the hour. However, the last 4 hours has been quiet. And that kind of is more worrying.
What do you think, Reaper?
I mean, we could stealth in.
Yeah,
Stealth in
don't do
a lot
that.
better. Yeah, I probably figured with all that junk that you're wearing.
Yeah, this is part of me, mechanical arm. I can't. Well, I technically could take this off, but I'm not hopping around, pointing at the mechanical leg.
Yeah, I figured you. Yeah, I mean, you could just leave your arm and leg here if you want. Less
I'm not
noisy.
hopping around.
I could throw you a new one.
No.
Okay.
I would trust something that I actually know how to use.
Very well, very well. If you don't want to stealth, can we at least get closer, have a better look?
Certainly, I could definitely go for a walk.
Maybe we could set up like a trap or something. I was turned to the guard person. Have you already noticed any like weaknesses this head might have?
They use a lot of fire.
Okay, so they might be resistant to fire themselves then? Try ice? Try the ice or water?
We haven't got that far, if I'm honest with you. We are, with the exception of Wisp and a couple of our mages that have been taken and Yvonne over here, we don't do the whole magic kind of thing.
Fair. Understandable. Well, you're the sneaky one. I will follow you, and then when you think it's a bit too much for my clanky metal stuff, I'll wait nearby. Sound like a plan?
Sure.
I can move quickly when I need to, but just need some on the way.
Is this the closest you've ever gotten? Have you guys tried to get closer, or?
We normally make it to the any kind of gestures. There's like this kind of like burnt down barn. It's like kind of just left there. He's like, we normally make it to about there, and then he starts raining these balls of flame from the sky.
Oh, fun. Okay.
Fun.
Are you guys coming with us, or are you wanting us to do this alone?
If it's okay with you, I'd rather stay here and protect what we have left. I, on the other hand, would be more than willing to go with you.
Yeah, of course you want to come along.
I don't trust how you speak at all. The fact that you're still part of the survivor camp is impressive in the first place.
Well, surviving has a way of changing one's perspective.
Oh no, there's something about your voice that reminds me of some kind of snake that I dealt with in my past.
Oh, how quaint.
I'll get over it. It might just be a personality and personal grudge that I just have against your personality. Either way, as long as you stab us in the back.
Oh,
kind of cheerfully patting him on the shoulder as I walk past.
I definitely wouldn't stab you in the back.
No, you seem like someone that prefers to do it in the front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to see the life leave your eyes, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I get that.
Well, since it was temporary, just like putting his hand like through a wall at the right time and pulling out. Life's not really a problem at the moment, so it probably still hurt like hell if we die, though.
Yeah.
I mean, from what I understand, you've already died once.
Yeah, let's not make it a recurring theme, please. Death is traumatic enough as it is.
Oh, I'm sure it is. Anyway, whenever you're ready, I can be made to make myself ready.
And what do you do exactly?
He takes out like these two daggers. I cut and slice, and when I can't cut and slice, he like the daggers kind of disappear, and then like he's holding like this black flame in his hand, and he's like, I blast.
Nice. I think we might actually complement each other quite nicely. All right. You can come along for now.
Oh, I'm worthy to join the dead man's group.
I mean, yes. For now.
Just remember that we're already dead. You don't want to join that party.
I think to die would be interesting. If you do it.
I mean, it was.
It's a lot more boring than you'd honestly think. And if you're not class worthy enough, apparently you're don't know where you go.
Well, let's not discover that fate today. Okay.
Already set out.
So, Sir Dawkins kind of like presses up and holds like open the gate just enough for like you all to get out. Echo, you kind of have to like you hear like this horrible scraping of like armor on like rock, just.
Yep. Okay. Well, good thing it's armor and not my actual arm. It's my actual arm.
Oh, you might as well sleep on the ground now.
I will hit you with it.
All right.
And yeah, if you guys are going to try and sneak up to the barn area to try and get a better look, I am going to need you to roll stealth checks now.
That's not going to go well. Of course, that's a natural 19 and a fucking 9. Then.
This is a Greek one, right?
Yeah.
33.
33 and
14.
32.
Oh, okay.
I'm obviously the loudest one, let's be honest.
Yeah, you are the loudest one.
Mechanical.
Kind of after like Yvonne kind of like just like you don't see him for a moment, then he places a hand on your shoulder. He's like, no, step this way. It's quieter. That kind of helps soften like your steps.
Okay, fair play. You using the moss, good idea.
Oh yes, I'm full of them.
Maybe you'll change my harsh perspective. Let's see.
Oh, don't let your guard down.
Nope, that is always up.
Wouldn't want you to become an echo of your former self.
Oh.
That's
not where I got the name from, but good joke.
That was I actually appreciated that one.
And like you like kind of sneak through. You can see actually Echo at this point, you remember Dire Shield. This is a town where you were actually promoted to the level of knight. Before you started to experiment with certain ideas and change your appearance and certain body parts.
Yeah.
But this is a husk of what you remember. You remember it with like beautiful like obsidian walls with like this shine stone top, these pathways that almost felt like crisp golden sand that you would step on. What you now see is just deep, dark, destroyed buildings, more rubble than substance. You see corpses melded into parts of like buildings and ground, like giving like the ground itself like this part of like a almost like a skeleton of the ground, or as this is all scattered out. Your memory kind of flickers between the two, and like you see like the beauty it once had, and then like all of a sudden the carnage kind of like keeps skipping between the two. But you all do make it to the barn. undetected. And it's at that point you see these kind of like lizard-like soldiers with like hunched back. These are easily like 8 foot tall. These are monstrous builds. You know, they have muscle on top of muscle. They are thick and strong and like have like these wings that seem too small for them to actually fly the mass that is walking across. They carry like weapons that are poorly made. It's broken like bits of like hatchets, and they're using like bits of doors for shields. And Magnus, this strikes you as strange because no matter what side these lizards, whether they were the quote-unquote good guys or the bad guys, they were the guys that won, so they should have decent equipment. But they seem to like and almost like treasure this like broken stuff they wield. Like a couple of them like just walk past and you just overhear just like as they're just walking. Do any of you speak Draconic?
Nope.
No.
Yeah, so they just, as they go past, they just like say this guttural thing, and it just sounds horrible to hear. But that's kind of what you see. And like Yvonne kind of like pushes you, Echo, to the wall as he sees them come, and he's just like, no, they can smell us, so keep out of sight.
I wonder what they smell first, the metal or me?
Don't you just not smell of metal? Just more of like a metallic smell.
No idea. Just kind of lived with it. With my epiphany of my like this hometown being what it used to be to me, would I know of any like cellars or anything nearby?
Roll me a history check.
I certainly can.
Oh.
26.
26. Is there anything you wanted to do, Magnus?
Just wanted to where we are, see the position of where the cage is if I can, and any signs of the head creature that I've been talking about.
Perfect. Roll me a perception, Magnus.
Yeah.
With the 26, Echo, you do remember there is like this cellar that used to run from the center of Darshire where a castle used to be. Kind of like Darshire used to be, a hub of a noble family that kind of were rich and powerful enough to have their own knights, and that was the order you used to be a part of. And they used to have like kind of like a cellar, like kind of an exit hatch just in case of emergencies. So you vaguely start to remember that. What did you roll for your perception?
19.
Perfect. So from the barn, you can see just up, probably not that far. It's still on like the cliffside, but it's probably a good 200 foot from where you currently are.
Oh,
so within quite a good distance, to be fair. And you just see like these people on the ground. They're beaten. They're not only are they physically beaten, but they look mentally beaten as well. And you don't see this head creature of the skies. However, as you look to the sunless sky, there is like this shadow, an outline of this flying beast that kind of just like swerves overhead.
do I recognize what the beast could be based on the shadow? Or
Based on the shadow, you're guessing some kind of dragonoid type shape.
Relay that. Just the sky, potentially the creature they were talking about, some sort of dragonoid creature.
What?
Yes.
Not you, voice in the head.
Oh.
Any chance you can kind of gauge how far away that cage is to us?
It was my best guess, roughly about 200 feet or so.
Okay, I'm going to start walking off in a random direction towards like a hill.
You gotta tell me that. Okay.
Follow me.
All right. I'll
How's
follow.
everyone's vision in the dark?
Yeah, fine.
Okay, cool. Random creepy guy that I'm not sure I should trust yet.
I mean, my vision in the day's worse.
Oh, cool.
Perfect. Then we're all good then. Just keeps walking until gets to like this hillside, and just looks at it and is like, now which stone is it again? Fuck it, just punches like a bunch of stones. It's like that should work.
As you do, you are like slightly off to the left, but like where you wanted to, like this opening just kind of like collapses to the right of it. Just
Yep, that works. Less what's the word? Glamorous than I wanted, but anyway. Hope no one's scared of spiders and just starts walking into this like unopened like tunnel.
No, this is fine. Great vibe.
As
So you said about 200-ish feet from where we were. So, what, we were about 60-ish steps to walk here. Now we've got to go down. Probably first left. And like you start talking and mapping out like the catacombs and like tunnels underneath as we're going.
perfect.
Better not get us lost.
Oh no, of course I won't get you lost. I've roamed these tunnels most of my actual life, so
As you are roaming these tunnels, can I get both of you to make a perception check, please?
certainly. 21.
21.
Also 21.
Amazing. You start to hear like this chittering, like the like kind of like a bone on bone kind of chittering. And then there's like this horrible like sticky kind of sound, and as you look down you start to step into like web.
I did say I hope no one was scared of spiders, so
Nope, now it tracks.
anyway.
We're continuing.
Oh, most certainly, yes, because the whole plan I have revolves around us collapsing the floor underneath the cage and getting the people safely out that way.
Through the spider-infested tunnel. Sure, I like.
Well, it won't be spider infested if we one deal with them or two if they're friendly, because if I remember correctly, there was a family, technically a species, bloodline, and I don't know if they would have kept that memory of me, or two, if that bloodline didn't go feral with the lack of people interaction they used to get. So we'll see.
Okay.
As you're like talking and walking and like slowly stepping in and out of this webbing, this web is going to cost you half your movement, as it is classed as difficult terrain, unless you have anything that avoids that.
I know, I have to go read quickly. I
I
don't think I do, but just in case.
And as you are walking through, that's unlucky. Echo does a natural 20 for a 33 hit.
Oh my
You know
goodness.
what? Maybe it doesn't. Yeah, no, yeah.
As this web kind of shoots out and like kind of plasters you against the wall, and I need you to roll initiative, as like this entranceway now is just covered up with this monstrous, like oversized, like spider trying to get down at you.
Not friendly.
No, that doesn't look like the family that we had here. This is different striping on the back. Okay.
So there was another family.
Well, no, that's all. They kind of crossbreeded and they went feral due to the lack of human interaction, like I said. Who knows? And obviously the duality of man, I got a natural 1 and a natural 19, so 24.
Okay.
25.
Understandable, sir.
I don't believe it's Mantiago rolling. What did Ivan get? 13 plus 10. Oh, he got a 23.
Ooh.
25, 24, 23. What's the spider? 22?
Spider got on that one.
Oh.
Oh!
Yeah. Spider got on that one. So that will bring us to Magnus. You're up first. You just see like this giant start to charge towards you.
Okay. So do you say it's like on like the ceiling of like the other side? Like
It's kind of like covered up the whole entranceway.
Okay, so it's like on the ground.
The way you're walking through, like you're walking through like this kind of like circular kind of tunnel, and it's covering up like your path essentially.
Okay. How far away is it?
I would say it's within 40 foot of you.
Yeah.
So
Okay. I'm gonna use 15 foot movement to get a little bit closer.
Yep.
I will then go ahead and cast. What do I want to cast? Yeah, let's do. I'm going to cast pins and needles.
Okay.
So it needs to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
A con save. That will be a 17.
Fails. So it will take. 20 psychic damage.
Okay.
Yeah, and then because I have the boon feature, epic boon feature, I can teleport. If I do like a magical spell, so I'm going to teleport 30 feet to it.
Okay. Yep.
And then because I use the cantrip, I am able to, for my bonus action, attack with the weapon that I have. So I'm going to go ahead and stab it. I think that's going to miss, though. What's my pluses? Oh, quite good pluses, actually. 21 to hit.
21 will hit.
So that's 14 piercing.
Okay.
Plus 11 necrotic damage.
Okay.
And then needs to make another con save, please.
That will be 18.
Then it's fine. And then I also, because I hit, I give it 1 stitch, so it reduces its movement by 5 feet.
Amazing. Okay. So it's down to 55. Perfect.
That's my go.
Amazing. That brings us to Echo. Like you're kind of Echo at the top of your turn. Actually, I need you to make a strength save, please, because you are like plastered against the wall at the moment.
23.
Yeah, you're fine. You're just.
Well, at least it's not friendly. Game, I would love to have conversed with the original one. Anyway, ba-ba-da-ba-bum. I've only got 30 foot. I can't get there. Interesting. Yeah, because I have to hit somebody to use that.
I said you just limp towards it.
Yeah, no, I'll walk towards it, and I might as well, pulling out the bomb. Sorry, I had a bit of trouble with the web, so I'll give you a hand in a second. You know what? Fuck it. I'll use action to dash so I can actually get up to it, and then I'll just use action surge because that's a free action
Yeah.
Nice.
to attack it. Because you know what? No, I'm not going to stand behind. I'm going to
Yeah.
teach the spider who's the boss.
Of course, it's a matter of importance. We need to get through this, Spider.
So that's a natural 19, which will be a
Okay.
crit with the saber.
Okay.
So let me just. I'll get. So that's 19 for the first one.
Yeah.
That's a 31 on the second attack.
Yep.
That's an 18 on the third.
Okay.
Sorry, no, 16 on the third, and then a 22 on the fourth. So I'm guessing all of them but the 16 hit.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, I'll do the crit first, which is 2d6 and 4d12. So that is 23 damage total, which is 33 damage total, which is 15 of it slashing. The rest is necrotic.
Okay.
And I could just roll the normal one the other way. 36 on the second one.
Yep.
And 30 on the third one.
Okay.
And then I need to fucking calculate the necrotic damage because temporary HP.
Okie dokie.
And that's everything.
Yvonne's just like, oh, you play quite nicely. My turn, beastie. And because you're engaged with it, Magnus, he will get advantage on this throw. So he's just going to like summon this dagger and he's just going to launch it. Ew, icky. Does hit though, just 21 to hit. And then I got to do a lot of roll. For 47 points of damage as he just this dagger like makes impact and then it returns. He's like, oh, well, that's good enough for me. I'll leave you chaps to this. And he's just going to like disappear into the shadow and appear behind the spider and just carry on walking.
Well, we don't really have much of a choice. It's in our way.
Sucks to be you. And then now all that brings us to the spider. So the spider now is going to make 2 web strand attacks. I'm going to go one on you, Magnus, one on you, Echo. On you, Echo, this will be a 29 to hit.
I'll hit.
Can I get a strength save, please?
You certainly can. 19.
That is a fail, so you are grappled. Magnus.
This again.
That will be a 26 to hit.
It will, but I'm going to cast shield.
Amazing. This web kind of shoots towards you, just slash away at it. Love it. Then it can makes 2 substitute web strand attacks. Use real and makes 2. Okay, so it can use real, so it pulls you straight toward like.
Well, looks like I'm going somewhere.
Yeah, straight into like under its like cradle, like you've got all like the legs towards you, towards its jaws, and then it's going to take 2 bite attacks against you, Echo. 22 to hit.
That misses. Come on, I'm right here.
29 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
You asked for it.
So
I'm kind of hoping it bites me at this point. I took enough life off it.
So that'd be 24 piercing and 11 acid.
24 and 11. Yeah. As you see, though, this kind of as the tea kind of sink in, it kind of just sucks up into necrotic energy instead of actual life force.
It's kind of like a
temporary
barrier
HP.
around yourself, yeah? Just
Yeah.
nice.
Like the temporary HP takes it instead. Just like, as I said, I took enough life force off it. It's just
Amazing.
eating it back, technically.
Magnus, that brings us to your turn.
Yeah, what do I want to do? Let's go ahead. Yeah, because I can do it twice. I'm going to go. Oh wait, let me double check if it's recharges a short rest or a long rest before I use it. Because we stuff. Where is it? Short rest. Yes. Okay. I'm going to spend my wild shape as my bonus action to turn into my like hag form. So he goes like, well, let's have some fun, shall we? And he basically gets really thin and elongated. He gets like claws, like sharp teeth. So.
Oh, damn, you're getting serious.
And then yeah, I will go ahead and try and stab it.
Yep.
Yeah, that should hit. I rolled a natural 18 plus 12.
Oh yeah, easy.
So that's 13 piercing damage.
Amazing.
Plus 8 necrotic. And then needs to make another con save.
That is a 8. No, I lied. 16. Sorry.
Oh, 16.
8 plus 8. I was like,
that saves. That's fine.
okay.
And then because it has a stitch already, and I get sneak attack.
Yep.
So that's an extra 19 points of damage.
Nice.
And then second attack with the sword. Ooh, that's a terrible roll. No, 15 to hit.
No, 15 does just miss, unfortunately.
Cool. I'll stay there, but it has another stitch, so that's another 5 feet reduced for movement.
Amazing. Echo in this thing's clutches.
All wrapped up at the moment.
Yep.
Yes. Do I need a save or something to try and get out of the web?
Yeah, you can make a strength save, yeah. Or you can deal it. I mean, you wouldn't know that, so I wouldn't say that.
Yeah. Well, I'm going on the fact that it kind of wrapped me up in web, so I can't really move my arm or sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess I just do the strength save.
Yep.
26.
Save. You do manage, just like as you're like constantly poking your scimitar out of the web and just do manage to shear enough to get out.
This is extremely tedious.
Yeah.
I'm just laying under it at this point. Would I still have my action?
Yeah, I'd say it costs you bonus action, so I'd give you your action.
Okay, that's fair. So as action, I'm just laying underneath. I'm just going to start stabbing up at it then.
Yeah.
So 22.
Hits.
Let's get all 4 of them done. 29.
Hits.
21.
Hits.
And lastly, a natural 20 for 34.
That misses.
Oh, I'll do that one last. So first one is 27 damage total, 15 necrotic of slashing. I'm going to update this at the same time because the sword, otherwise I'm going to forget. Second one is 30 damage, 16 slashing, 14 necrotic. Third one is... Oh, that was a bit sad. 12 slashing, 7 necrotic.
Okay.
And the crit... Roll that. Crit damage. 16 slashing, and... 13 necrotic. Wow, that was really sad that time. As you see this kind of necrotic energy around him just keep growing.
Nice.
I don't really need to lie here, do I? And he's just going to kind of like shimmy with his movement across the ground and then stand up behind it. If you said there's enough movement with 30 feet to do that?
Yeah, I would say, yeah, you'd be able to, yeah.
I'm on the other side of it, so we have to kill it anyway for their safety, so...
Yeah, I kind of want to kill it. Okay, cool, thank you.
And yeah, I'll just stand there on the other side of it.
Okay, amazing. Ivon is gonna like continue running down the corridor. You just hear like this laughter, just like
Don't get lost.
Oh, seems you've got your hands full.
No, not really. This is actually surprisingly easy. Just don't get lost.
Then that will bring us to the spider. Who is gonna attempt his 2 web strands attacks, one against Magnus and one against you, Echo. Yes, that's the word.
That's the one.
26 to hit you, Magnus.
Yeah, that will hit.
Okay, and can I get you to make a strength save, please?
Yes. Oh, yeah, I mean, I'm a skinny hag. I ain't going to break out this now. 4.
Just all of a sudden, just wrapped around. And Echo, 17 to hit?
No, sorry, bud.
Okay. So it's going to reel you in, Magnus, and then it's going to make 2 bite attacks down on you.
Yeah. I mean, at least buy me dinner first.
I don't think it knows what the concept of money is.
No, and I guess I'm the dinner.
4 to hit?
24 to hit will hit.
Okay. So that will be 19 piercing, and 12 acid.
Could I... Because I forgot I have a thing. Because it was 24, right?
Yes.
Hit. And I saw it attack twice, didn't I? When it bit
Yes,
Echo?
you did, yeah.
So I'm going to do Blood Curse of the Eyeless, and I'm going to amplify it.
Okay.
So I take... Oh, that's a good roll. Only 3 damage.
Nice.
So then I can reduce it by 3.
Okay.
Yeah. So that will
make
miss.
it 21. Perfect. So then the second one.
Right.
21 to hit.
That will miss, and I also reduce it by 7, so it definitely misses.
Okay, yeah, just like misses you there. That brings us to you, Magnus. You do have to make a strength save to try and get out of this at the beginning of the turn. No, unfortunately.
Natural 1.
So you are still stuck in there. You still have your action though, if you can think of something you can do.
That's fine. I do have something. It's yeah, it's got me. So it's trying to eat me, right?
Yeah, it's you're a nice little snack.
You're a burrito at the moment.
Yes.
So, okay. Actually, that's a lie. As the reaction. Never mind. I was supposed to do it when I got grappled. So instead, I am going to.
It's level 20. Level 20.
Yeah.
There's so many bells and whistles.
Yeah.
So much stuff. I'm just gonna try and attack it because then I'm gonna have to teleport.
Okay. Yeah.
It doesn't say
I
I
will
have
say
to
it
hit.
will be disadvantage on the attacks.
Yes, that's okay. I'm just double checking. I think it's just when I make an attack. Yeah, immediately after I take the attack action, I can teleport.
Nice.
Okay. Disadvantage.
Oh, so the attack doesn't have to hit, you just have to take the attack action.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
It's the boon feats that you get.
Nice.
It says attack action or like a magic action, you can teleport.
Amazing.
I mean, that was a terrible roll, but my plus.
You said that last time and hit it.
Yeah, true. 18 though.
Does hit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 17 is that magic number. But thanks to Echo, like, you are seeing a lot of like this spider guts just like pouring out of it, like after Echo's last turn.
Nice.
Yeah, literally.
So that's 13 piercing plus 11 necrotic.
Okay.
And another con save, please.
That'll be an 11.
That will fail, but yes, no, it will fail. So it doesn't really matter, but it can't regain hit points.
Okay.
Unless it does matter, it just hasn't done it yet.
Yeah.
I mean, true. So yeah, so I took the attack action. I can just teleport. So when I teleport, do I teleport out of the webs, or am I still?
Yeah, I would say you could teleport out of the webs. Yeah, I would say like there's still like someone's clinged onto you, but you've like no longer grappled.
Okay. So I'm just gonna teleport out, so then I can attack again.
Yep.
Since I have like residue of webs, you want me to do it as disadvantage?
No, I'll let you have a normal swing at this one.
I think that hits. Hang on. Maths. Yeah, that's a day 20.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Or 13 piercing,
13 piercing,
6 necrotic.
6 necrotic. Okay.
And since I didn't have disadvantage, sneak attack.
Yep.
Applies for this one. That's 22 extra damage on top.
Amazing. Magnus, how do you slay this creature as you like just...
Oh, okay. So because I was so that's 4 stitches technically in total that I did to it. I'm going to tighten the stitches, so then the stitches get tighter and kind of cut it through to like finish it off.
So yeah, where it's like profusely bleeding, you just pull together these stitches and it just like twists and convulses until it like just becomes like a almost like a tea towel. Yeah, almost like a tea towel you're wringing out, and then it just splatters everywhere.
Well, that certainly clears the way.
It certainly does.
How you doing? You alright?
Yes, actually, it barely did any damage. Actually, the only damage I took was from myself.
Yeah, you see that as very dark necrotic energy, kind of like a layer over him, just still staying there. Like, yeah, no, I got more off him than he took off me, so...
Yeah. Well, let's carry on.
It's a shame. We really trusted them regarding this originally. Well, off we go. Let's go find the person that is definitely going to stab us in the face.
Yes, we can kill him, right?
I guess so, if he goes to stab us in the face.
Sure, okay, we'll wait for him to attack first.
I might punt him into the sun. Anyway.
I'll stitch him up a bit, but alright.
I need to get some better joke material.
What I got.
As you guys continue running through this alleyway, well, this
Tunnel,
undercovered way. Let's take a break there.
Okay.
I had the exact same.
As you guys continue through the pass that Echo managed to find out for you, or you start to weave your way through the tunneling and the networking. What are you guys doing? You tell me now. What are you doing as you're going through?
He wouldn't be going at any pace because he'd be trying to count how far they've gone to get like the best place to kind of collapse it under them.
Okay. Let's just make things more difficult than they need to be. Let's call it an intelligence check.
That's perfectly fine with me. 23.
Okay, yeah, I would say at this point you're managing to keep pace pretty well, working it out. You reckon you've probably got another 75 foot or so to climb.
Yeah, and like a general direction of where we need to be kind of thing in the tunnel, yeah. You know, for an ally that's meant to be helping us, he really hasn't shown his face since we dealt with the spider. I feel like he's going to stab us at any moment now.
Yeah, probably I'll keep a lookout just in case.
Yeah, I'm busy doing maths, so I'm not really looking in front of me. I'm more looking up.
All right, I'll keep a lookout. Let's try to anyway. He does go through shadows. It seemed like.
Yeah, so I'll say perception check.
Okay.
Yeah, just straight perception.
23.
23. You do see this figure just up ahead, sitting on like this barrel, kind of like eating something in one hand. You can like hear the echoes of like a crunch. Then you just like see like these hollow silvery eyes kind of stare back, kind of like cat eyes, when it reflects the light.
I'll just point this out.
Oh, well, yeah, weird. Anyway, back to counting.
Okay.
Hey, I need to make sure we get this right. So if that's a problem, tell me, and then I'll focus on it. Just counting like the arches of the as we go.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'll keep an eye on this figure and see if it is him when you get closer.
Yeah, as you get closer.
About 50 feet to go.
He's just like, well, what took you all so long?
So it was you. Care to explain yourself, or?
My life's more valuable. I haven't died yet already.
Okay, valid point.
Okay, but
and you are technically the hired help.
We more volunteered. Fucking hired, Jesus.
Okay, if we're hired, that means we're getting paid, and you want to pay me something?
I don't see you holding the wallet. Yeah.
I mean, I could pay you, but what are you going to do with the gold I would give you when you die again? I presume that was what will happen as soon as the Eversoul stops turning.
Well, I hope they take the gold.
A part of me doesn't want to let you figure out what happened. But anyway, I'm busy counting. Don't get in my way. And just continues walking past, counting the arches still, and be like. So I had the whole idea. Does anyone actually have anything to collapse the tunnel?
Good question.
Okay,
just
so destroy the foundations with our bare hands. Got it.
Yeah, I don't have anything of that nature. A lot of my spells and stuff is more curses and single target situations.
At this point, I'm thinking it might be easier for us to try and kill that general.
I assumed you would have had a way to do it since this is your idea.
I can see how the struts are when we get to the specific part I want to collapse, but we built this pretty sturdy, so. But then the added rate of a bunch of people in one specific area might have actually weakened it for some. We'll see when we get there.
I could
Okay.
be persuaded to shatter the ground.
Okay, you are useful. About 20 feet to go. Need to turn more right, though, if there's any turns coming up.
So you
Is
want
that
me
coming
to
up?
shatter the ground?
Not yet.
But yeah, within like a few moments, make me another intelligence check.
22.
Okay,
Ah.
no mind.
You okay? Because even I'm surprised of how well they're rolling tonight.
Yeah, no, you do manage to exactly. Maybe you're like a couple of feet off, but you'd think you're like pretty spot on underneath that cage.
I'm gonna walk over to shadowy. I'm gonna stab you in the face, guy, and just like kind of move him with like guiding him, and just like, okay, stand there and aim right up.
Just straight up.
Yes, because I need you to collapse the ground into the tunnel.
If I have to. He actually takes like one of the daggers from like his hip, like not one that like reappears and that, just one that's actually there. This one's kind of like got like this lightning bolt kind of like aesthetic on like the blade part, and he like throws it up there and he's just like, clap for me, and he just like claps, and the clap like reverberates off of the dagger and it just.
While I start doing that, I'm just going to grab him and move him to safety, even though he's giving me, even though he gives me, I'm going to stab you vibe. I'm going to move him to safety because I know it's going to clap straight down.
And
Just
yeah,
left him there.
I could have, but I have a conscience.
the ground just, and then of all the bodies that fall in afterwards.
They were in a cage. I was hoping the cage would collapse into the tunnel.
Oh no, like they're caged around, but like it's not like
The bottom is.
No one told me this.
you wouldn't assume from where you are.
Well,
Is this what you had in mind? Everybody's trying to save them.
I thought it was a fully fledged cage. No one told me that it didn't have a bottom.
Oh yes, it's kind of like a wall and a ceiling kind of ordeal.
Not an actual cage like you put an animal. Okay, thanks for telling me that now.
No problem.
Oh,
Is it?
You might want to move. I feel the walls coming in. That's like the metal walls just.
Is there anyone that's okay?
Yeah, like it's not so like.
It's not a massive fall, but
it's not a massive fall. Like, but maybe a couple of like the injured are now more severely injured.
Yeah. Okay. Well, time to start moving this out the way, and just pieces like rock that are manageable. Just gonna keep throwing them out of the hole. Kind of deliberately, if someone sees grabbing attention, and I'm just gonna go to Mr. Grumpy. I'm gonna stab you in the face. Okay. Since you don't want to die, and we've already died, can you assess these people and start moving them through the tunnel, past the massive remains of spider guts, and get them back to safety?
Of course I can.
Awesome. You do that. We'll deal with any trouble that tries to stop you. Keep throwing rock to make sure the path's clear.
You've got to trust it to do this.
You want to volunteer?
No, I probably should stay in case something happens.
We should probably, just in case something happens, we should probably be working together, and we should just trust him, hopefully.
A couple of the survivors, as they see you, Magnus, in like your hag form, like all elongated and out, they're just like, what happened to him?
It's a fashion choice.
A fashion choice. That's a great statement. It's fashion, honey. Look it up. Anyway, sorry. That joke isn't lost on me. Throwing these rocks still out of the fucking way.
Don't worry about it. I'm here to save you. This is just part of that.
Good job.
That was not my.
It didn't tell me that they didn't have a bottom in the cage, okay? Otherwise, I would have just walked over and dealt with it properly.
I wasn't mocking. I was saying good job.
Any of the smaller rocks that are small enough, you will just crush with the metal hand instead of throwing them out.
As this is all happening, Yvonne comes kind of like sleeking back, and he's just like, slight problem.
You have to be that close to my ear.
Oh, sorry. Slight
Thanks.
problem.
Much appreciated. Yes.
Fireballs raining from the sky, entrance we came in through.
Oh, okay, cool. So it's kind of like blocked off. You just can't leave there, I'm guessing.
Yes. And then
Okay.
as Susie starts saying that, like where like the ground is opened up, where you got like the metal roof bit of this cage, that starts to like glow like a light yellow kind of color. It's like you can hear like boom, boom,
yeah.
boom.
Should we create a distraction so they can get out?
Yeah, certainly. Just going to kind of like crush a rock into like still quite dense rock into like palm size. I wonder if I could toss this at him to annoy him.
Should we
Let's
get
see.
into position first?
Oh, you certainly can. And just so he can see above, if I can get a line, I'm just going to launch this rock straight at him just to piss him off.
I'm going to say it's going to be because at the moment, there's no figure. There's just like these fireballs raining down either side. So I'm going to say it's going to be an unarmored strike with disadvantage.
Yeah, that's fair. Of course, that's a natural 20 or a 2.
2 off 10.
Of course it is.
You're just like,
anyway, so 13. Just hits the bars. I'm like, okay, that was stupid.
No. You hit it and it just like goes and it just, and then like occasionally, you like a little while after you just hear.
I didn't hit anything.
No, but at least you can throw, just not at the thing.
Hey, it's dark. It's flying around in the sky. All I have is slight glimpses of movement. I'm trying my best.
I mean, when
Have
you're the
you
one
got anything?
I mean, well,
I like that.
You got anything that can shoot at range? Because I certainly don't. Picks up another rock.
I do, but you might be a bit too far out. How far away is it? If I can see the figure.
You can see this figure flying around probably from where you are. You're guessing eyeballing anything from 100 feet or so. You're not 100% sure.
I might be able to hit him.
The problem isn't hitting him, it's predicting where he's flying because he's fucking quick. Throws another rock.
Another disadvantage roll.
Yep.
Okay. Are we still in the tunnel? Is it possible to like climb out?
You could climb out if you want.
That's a natural 19 or 2.
Just again.
Really?
Yeah. I have a plus 11, by the way, so these are 13s. They're literally just rolling just above a critical fail, just to spite me. So we can't even have any comedy out of it.
So yeah, I'm gonna climb out just with my like long elongated like arms, just lift myself up.
Yeah.
And then I am going to cast Daggers of Lunarath.
Okay.
So I create 4 daggers now, I think, at this level.
Yes, should be 4.
Yeah. Create 4 daggers. I'm just gonna throw them in that direction. Hopefully, one of them will hit. It's
I'm gonna say it'd be
120,
disadvantage still, but yeah, go for it.
Yeah. So it's okay. So the first one will miss. That's a 14.
Yeah, that will miss.
22 for the second one.
Misses.
Nope, sorry, it's disadvantage. 17
Misses.
will miss.
Unfortunately.
And then the last one 25 to hit.
That does hit.
Okay.
So as this thing is like flying around, all of a sudden this one of these daggers just and you just hit
it does take. If I can find my dice. It is. Oh wow, max damage on that one dagger.
amazing.
15
15.
radiant damage. Yeah.
Amazing. So yeah, as this, then you just hear like this bellowing voice, just like, "You dare mark one of the 5? Now feel my wrath." And
Yep. I got his attention.
Is our friendly? I'm going to stab you in the face, guy, standing in front of me still.
yes.
I apologize, but I need to get up there and help him. Just going to punch him in the face.
Okay.
so I can teleport up there.
Yeah.
Amazing. He's just like,
I
what
can
was
only
that for?
teleport if I do an attack. For this.
Amazing.
Just vanishes.
But when you get up there, I do need both of you to make dexterity saving throws as you just see the sky, just this dark crimson sky, just all of a sudden become bright red as this meteor falls from it as he's going to cast Meteor Swarm.
Fuck, I should have waited.
Yeah, you probably should have. Oops, I should have had better dex saves.
Heads up would have been nice. 23.
23.
I feel like I might need to use a dice. Fuck it, I'll use one of my charges to give myself advantage.
I was about to say 23 saves.
Well, it's 27 now because I wasn't taking the risk.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't think I saved for an 18.
That's unfortunate. So half damage for you, Echo, and full damage for you, Magnus.
I do have evasion, so I believe it's half.
Oh yeah, so you will take half. So it will be 68 fire damage, half to 34.
Yep.
And 81 bludgeoning damage, half to 40.
Yeah.
Rolled really well on that bludgeoning.
I was saying, like, wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, that necrotic shroud he kind of had has just vanished now. Oh well, there goes all the spider's life.
As this giant beast, like impossibly too large to see at this moment. When you thought this was one thing flying around, it's actually its whole body and its wings just in place. As it like glows, this like flame, you now appreciate how big it was. It stretched to consume the whole of the space around the top of the town. Then it impacts. As it impacts, it shrinks down, and this Dragonborn steps out wearing this golden armor, red wings, shield with the dragon's head on it, a red flaming sword, and it's just like, "Now I will fight you like you."
Great, I was hoping so.
Yeah, that was kind of the plan. Nice to meet you. By the way, our friend downstairs took 6 bludgeoning damage and I punched him in the nose.
Okay, amazing. I will cross that off for our friend. Technically, he probably should make a dex save because the impact from that meteor swarm.
Possibly.
Because it was where you don't.
Just straight up through the ground, 30 foot.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, it depends on how deep the tunnel is and how far down the tunnel he is himself. So
it would still hurt. There'd still be debris it would hit. What I would do, I would do half for the damage he would take, and then if he succeeds, I'll do half again.
Yeah. So,
but he fails. But he does have evasion.
Hey,
anyway, yeah.
So yeah, he would have took 40 and
17 and 20.
Yeah, so he takes 37 points. With that 6, he's looking very rough. He just
I don't
gets up
feel
and
bad
he's
for
just like,
punching him in the nose. Right, mechanical arm. Sorry.
Yeah, this armored dragonborn just like, no, I've not met the likes of you before. Who are you?
Well, since this fight is probably going to be to the death, and either we die again or you will. So, introductions, sure. You may call me Magnus Reaper. It will just take it off his hat.
And the thankful. That's disgraceful. You kept the hat? Really?
Part of the ensemble.
Valid point. Well, all you're going to remember is that you're going to be an echo of your former self. See, I knew I'd put it in somewhere.
That's good.
Anyway.
I am the flaming head of the King Tyrant. I am Amaram.
Oh, cool. I've been dead for about 2 ages now, so nice to meet you.
I do recognize the likes of you. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Hey, look, we are famous.
Yes, I'm sorry we can't say the same for you.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, we've been dead for a while.
Oh no, I looked much different last time I ripped the flesh from your bones.
Yeah, I guess you were more together then as well. Now you're more separated, so... You're in bite-sized chunks.
I will sunder your corpses. And he's going to lunge towards you. I'm going to get you all to roll initiative again.
I would say, like, you could try, but we're not quite here.
Yeah, the kind of ethereal, just putting his arm through himself. 23.
23.
I mean, apparently Magnus allows me to roll initiative well. That's a natural 20 for 26.
Oh, jeez.
Ah.
And I thought rolling a 24 would be amazing.
26, 24, and 23. Fair. Nice.
We're consistent.
No, after you. I insist.
Thank you.
And then I will just roll for our sneaky friend. He got... Whether he's going to be fit enough to do anything. He got 27. But
He's actually helping.
At the moment, he's like out pretty bad. He's coming to, and he's just like looking up, and he just sees like this giant dragononic form just shrink to this night, and he sees you two get ready to fight. He's just like, I think they've got this.
I'll take a day off.
However, Magnus, that does bring us to top of the round. Your turn.
Okie dokie. Let's start setting some stuff up. Yeah, I'll just be like, please, allow me to take the first hit on myself, and I'm just gonna stab myself and light the blade with flames.
Okay.
So I take 3 damage. Wow. I keep rolling low. And then I'm going to cast Armor of Agnes on myself at 3rd level.
Okay, amazing. Is your armor of Agnes any particular element, or is it sticking to the ice?
I'm going to stick to the ice.
Okay.
Just because it's flame, so I think
Makes sense to me. Okay, is that your turn?
Yes, that's it.
Okay.
How far? Oh, he's rushing forwards, isn't he? Yeah, he's gonna wait for him to come.
Yeah, so he will use his movement to catch up to... Are you two standing together, or are you like apart? Like how are you two kind of positioned right now?
If anything, it's up to where you went, because I just teleported directly up onto the ground level from underneath. So
I imagine we'll be standing next to each other because I just climbed up. So
yeah, relatively close then. I'm just like,
the flame head is gonna get in between the two of you, and he's just gonna be like, "Can you get blood from a stone?" And he's going to make his 3 greatsword attacks. So first one is gonna come you, Magnus. 27 to hit.
does, but I'm going to cast shield.
Okay. In that case, second one at you, Magnus.
Okay.
That's a nat 1. And then last one is going to try and hit Echo because he's not having much luck with Magnus. Which is a nat 20.
it's gonna hurt.
Just a tad.
I can't help you.
I can't help myself, so don't worry, buddy.
24.
Oh wait, I'm immune to critical hits.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
so it's just a straight hit.
Yeah, it's just a straight hit. Yeah,
Huzzah.
I'm looking at my resistance. I went, oh wait, crit hit's immune. Right, I should probably say that.
Okay then, so
You
that will just
can help
be
yourself.
20 points of slashing and 12 points of fire.
Feeling like that was supposed to be a crit, I'll just go, wow, I really found the killer's intent in that one. Very daunting this time. Not much of a talk. I see. Okay, I apologize.
And then bonus action, it's going to unleash its fear aura. So I need a wisdom saving throw from both of you two, please.
Cast fear aura.
I might burn a charge on that as well. Yep, definitely need it. So
I have a thing, but I think it's a reaction, so I don't think I can do it.
I mean, you can
fucking
use a
hate
reaction.
that.
Was that-
So that's a 6
You could use a
twice.
reaction. A 6 twice.
Yeah, I got 2 both times. Well, technically I got an 18, but the thing said, oh no, that's more of a 2 than an 18. So I was like, okay, that makes sense.
It is a reaction, but I use shield, so.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
why I
of course.
can't-
Sorry, yeah, you
Yeah.
did. I
So
clearly
my
don't know how
God.
the rules work.
No, I failed. I think 2 was a 19.
Yeah, both of you succumb to his fear. So you must. So at the start of your turns, you must make a saving throw or become frightened of him. Basically,
No, okay.
Oh, okay.
basically, you can't get any closer to him, but it doesn't mean you have to move away from him.
Yeah.
And
but it's
any attacks
disadvantage.
against him are disadvantage. Yeah.
Okay. Shoot. Okay.
But that does bring us to Echo now.
So I guess I gotta do that save. Let's hope it's better this time around. Now for 19 for 23.
That is exactly what you need. So now you're immune to his fear effects. You don't have to make any more saves against the fear.
Yeah, okay. Oh, you really want to kill us? Oh, can't blame you.
Let's try and kill him first.
I don't need to do that yet. So yeah, no, I'll start with attacking, I guess.
Yep.
So 24.
24 will hit. Yeah, it's his armor class.
Okay, next one. That's a natural one. That ain't gonna hit. 29, and last
Hits.
one. 26. So that was 3 of them.
Amazing.
So that is 23 damage, 15 slashing, 8 necrotic.
Okay, and that will be 15 points of fire damage against you.
Not a problem. 15 damage. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Second attack will be 16 slashing with 15 necrotic.
Perfect, and that will be 10 points of fire damage against you.
Not a problem. And the last one will be 14 slashing, 14 necrotic.
Yep.
And on that last attack, I'm just going to maybe you go for a trip, and I'm going to open a rift in time and punching through it on the last attack.
Okay. But you will suffer 5 points of fire damage.
Fair, not a problem. So yeah, so I will use the continuity rift as he does get dropped through space and time.
Amazing.
Yes.
So yeah, at the end of your the creature disappears and falls through a realm outside of reality. At the end of your next turn, the target returns to a space it previously occupied or nearest to that space, taking 88 psychic damage and also has to make an intelligence save or is confused for a minute.
Okay, so an intelligence save for him now, because obviously it's the end of your turn.
Yeah, and it'll come all the way back because there's nothing for us to do unless you have any bonus actions or stuff you want to do in this single thing to like heal yourself or anything like that.
Okay.
Yeah, we literally get a free round technically where he's not a threat because I just punted him through space and time.
No, you've got to teach me that. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's a very lost art at this time and age. Sorry.
In fact, what do I want to do?
And yeah, and then on my turn, I will use my feat of using second wind twice with my class. So I'll roll a bit for them. 22 and 24, not bad.
Can I step away with my movement 30 feet from my turn and then just hold my daggers for when he comes back?
Yeah, of course.
And in 3, 2, 1.
And that's an intelligence save you need, yeah?
Yeah, that's for the confusion part. He does just take the...
yeah, that's fine.
Roll that.
So that'll be a 27 on the intelligence save.
Oh, he definitely saves that. So that's 31 psychic damage.
Amazing.
And he doesn't become confused because DC was 19.
Sweet.
Oh, back on your trip. How was the round between rounds? I find it's very great this time of year.
Kind of just like clicks his neck to side to side. He's just like, that's very quaint. At the end of your turn, Echo, he is going to burn a legendary action.
Yep, fair.
And he is going to Yeah, he's going to cast Fireball. So another dex save from both of you.
Okay. Alright, I moved 30 feet away, but I'm assuming I'm still like...
Oh no, then you'll be out of range. He will target Echo then.
Okay.
25.
So you succeed, so you're going to take half. So that would be 33 points of fire, so obviously...
16.
16, yeah.
See, I've now realised I'm not going to ask for a retcon because it's my fault. I could have said, can I hold my action to stab him when he gets back? But hey, anyway.
Like I say, I've got my daggers hold. Can I throw them?
I should have took a leap out of your book, but I didn't pay attention. I was just so enamored about I'm just dropping him through reality.
Yeah. It's cool move. It's cool move. I got baby.
That will then bring us to Magnus.
Can I take my reaction?
Yes, you can. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that misses. 16 on the first dagger.
Miss.
That will hit. That's a 29.
That hits.
That's what is that? Dirty 20. I'm assuming misses.
Dirty 20 does miss. Yes.
Okay, and the last
24
dagger
is his AC.
Yeah. 24.
Okay. That's a 30 to hit.
Oh, that will hit.
So 2 daggers hit.
Yeah.
So
as the ones that miss, you kind of flicker out of reality and then back into reality to hit. It's like, you seem to be pulsing and flickering in and out of reality a lot faster than Echo is.
This is not good. I might disappear.
Well, just do the best you can. I'll try and clean up the mess.
Right.
I've noticed I see it a bit more stable. It might be the time stuff.
Potentially. So that's 11 radiant damage on the first one.
Okay.
And 9 for the second one that hit.
Amazing.
Okay.
Then it's actually your turn.
My actual turn.
Yes.
I don't know what I want to do. I just think that far ahead. Oh, I need to roll for my frightened condition, right?
You do indeed,
I'd do
yes.
Ooh. Oh, it might be right. 25.
Yeah. You are no longer frightened.
Whew, okay. I'm going to. How do I want to do this?
Hey, we're not there yet.
I wish.
Damn it! I thought we could make it past him.
Okay, I'm going to take a page out of Echo's book. Like, I like that. I'll do my own version. And I'm going to go ahead and
Oh,
cast.
please enlighten me.
I'm going to cast Bad Dreams.
Okay.
So it needs to. They need to make an intelligence saving throw, please.
That'll be a 24.
Wow. Okay. Never
You're
mind
pretty
that.
smart.
Well, that didn't work. But they will take 6 damage.
6? Perfect. What damage is that?
Psychic.
Okay, cool.
And then for my bonus action, I have things for bonus action, but I don't think I can do anything. Oh, I can do. Yeah, I'm going for a bonus action. I'm going to do Blood Curse of the Binding.
Okay.
And I am going to. Do I want to? Yeah, no, I won't. You know what? Yeah, sure. I'm going to amplify it.
Okay.
Oh, that hurt. So they need to make a strength saving throw, please.
I can do that. 15.
Fails. So its speed is reduced by 0, and it
Okay.
can't take reactions for 1 minute.
Okay.
I amplified it. However, it can repeat the saving throw at the end of its turn.
Amazing.
But that's me.
So can't do reactions. However, he can spend another legendary action to recast Fireball, this time targeting you, Magnus.
Yeah, I saw that coming. All right, bring it on.
He just kind of flecks his wings open and like another ball of flame just shoots from the sky, hitting you. Deck save, please.
Okay, I can do this. 23.
That is the save. So you will only take 13 points of fire damage, as 26 would be the max.
Evasion, so I
yes.
take none.
Amazing. So this flame comes forward and you just
Yeah.
Almost like absorb it so it does no damage to you. And he's just like infuriating. He is stuck though next to Echo. So he's just going
buddy.
kick shit out of him.
Yeah.
No, he's going to take 3 greatsword attacks.
I respect it. It's the same thing I'm going to do in a second.
Cool.
So that will be 26 to hit.
That'll hit.
So that'll be 31 points of slashing and 23 points of fire.
Yeah.
That'll be a 25 to hit.
Yep.
20 points of slashing and 16 points fire.
Yep.
And last one will be a 32 to hit.
Yeah.
29 points of slashing and 23 points of fire. You just see like this grin, like his mouth kind of like extends like all the way around at this point to his ears, and like this toothy mouth just like kind of starts to open, and he's just like smiling as he's just hacking away. That brings us to Echo.
Getting a strange sense of deja vu. And yeah, no. 4 attacks back.
Also
Fuck it, I'll also...
Yes.
the save again. Sorry, because it ended its turn.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, 4 attacks, but I will action surge to make that 8 because fuck this guy.
Amazing. What save was it you wanted?
Strength save.
Strength save. So that is a 19.
That's a shame. Yeah, that succeeds.
So does he shake that off now? Finally be
It
able
does
to
take off. Yeah.
Just in time for Echo to kick shit out of him.
8 attacks, I apologize.
It's okay.
28,
Hits.
26, that hits. That one's going to miss, 21. 24 just hits, that's 3. 28, that's 4. 26, that's 5. 24, that's 6. Last attack. Last attack, natural 20.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
So 7 out of 8 hit. Okay.
Amazing.
Wait, what did you get? 7? That's the one you missed. Sorry.
The one I missed was a 21, so I need at least a 3.
Could I add a D4 to that with my reaction?
You can try.
So you roll a D4 and hope for the best.
I can certainly try. Okay, let's see if all 8 hit. That's a 4. All 8 hit.
Okay.
And I take a
so
straight counter.
Fair. Okay, so the first one is 12 slashing, 13 necrotic.
Okay.
The fire? Because I normally take fire from a melee attack off him.
Yes, you do. Would help if I rolled it.
Yeah.
That would be 13 points fire.
Oh, cool. It gets rid of my temp HP. Okay. Next. That is 16 slashing, 8 necrotic.
Okay, and that will be 10 points fire for you.
That was a negative on that one. That's shit, but anyway. Okay, next one. That is 16 slashing, 15 necrotic.
Okay, and that will be 15 fire.
Okay, so no temp HP off that one either.
I see how it's working.
Yeah. Okay, 4 necrotic, 16 slashing on that one.
And that will be 7 fire.
So I lost on that one. Well, yeah, I lost on that one by 3. 4 more to go. I apologize, fighter shit. That is 15 slashing, 21 necrotic.
Perfect, and that's 17 fire.
Fair. Oh, that one is 12 slashing, 14 necrotic.
Okay, that will be 20 points of necrotic.
Fire.
Fire. I got necrotic on the brain now.
I apologize. So 2 damage there. Last normal attack, which was 13 slashing, 21 necrotic.
And that'd be 16 points fire.
Fair. And now for the crits.
Crit.
And so that is 19 slashing with fucking can't see some dice in the way. 25 necrotic.
Okay, and that will be 22 points fire damage.
Fair. And that's action and
Yep.
free action. So yeah, I don't want to teleport away. I'm happy standing here.
Yeah, he's looking pretty rough at this point. is going to use 2 legendary actions at the end of your turn, Echo, to cast Mirror Image. So you see multiple
versions of him.
Yes, come out. And then that brings us to Ivan, who kind of like climbs up and he just looks his head around and he's just like, well, I definitely did not sign up to that.
Well, you have a job to do. Just fucking leave.
Valid. And he will leave.
He wasn't helpful anyway.
No, not really.
Magnus, it's your turn. As you start your turn, you kind of like fall to one knee as you like flicker in and out again of the reality.
Okay. Shoot.
Come on, bud. Not long to go. Just stay with me now. I need your help.
I know. All right. I don't know.
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you, by the way, outside of times and all that.
Oh yeah, it's a pleasure to meet you too. All right. Because I only move 30 feet, I will move my back.
Yep.
I'm going to try and hit him if he does have mirror image up. But is there a way I can get flanking? I know there's mirror image up, so I don't know how that would work.
Well, regardless, even if you had advantage on it, he would on a melee attack, he would still roll to see if you hit the mirror.
The mirror.
But I would say you would get flanking. So yeah, I would give you advantage on him. Yeah.
Okay. At least then I can take out the thing. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I forget. I haven't been doing it, and I apologize. I rolled 3 d20s if I do it advantage or disadvantage. Wow, that's so bad. Okay.
He's like, I lie. I actually get to roll 6.
Even then, it still doesn't.
Even then, dirty 20.
Day 20. No, that will miss.
Yeah, I rolled a 7, an 8, and a 5.
Oh, that is bad. That's getting you back for your high initiatives.
Yeah, I think so. That's a natural 20.
Okay. I will roll.
I might hit a fucking clone.
Unfortunately, you do.
Yeah.
Just as you like slash all the way through it. For a second, he's like, as it just like bursts in flames, and then you just hear.
Yeah, I thought that might have happened. Yeah, and then I'm going to use my ability to teleport 30 feet away.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's fine. I probably should have teleported and gave myself more armor, but it's fine.
Okay. And if that ends your turn, Magnus, at the end of your turn,
That's
he is
my turn,
going to use his last legendary action of the round to cast Fireball at you again.
Alright.
Another deck save, please.
Didn't work last time, try again. Yeah.
Armor's going to hit you like a fucking train.
Oh no, just watch! Yeah, 15.
Yeah, so that is a fail. But you have evasion, so you would take 29 points fire. However, it's going to be 14.
14, yeah.
Just as like this.
Okay,
impacts.
Alright.
That brings us to he can move now.
He can move.
Yeah, you can move. You can come after me.
He's going to do a slash against you, then he is going to go after Magnus. Kind of like twirl, make it a bit fancy, come down with a slash, and then just zoom over. Which I don't think will hit 23.
No, that is my AC.
Okay. So that'd be 17 slashing and 15 fire.
Good, okay.
And I guess I get an opportunity because he's leaving
Of course,
my
yeah.
space. That's not going to hit. That's a 19.
That misses, unfortunately. And then like he just like lands in the air with coming down full force on you, Magnus. For
this is gonna hurt like a bitch.
Strike, which will be
Like a train.
25 to hit.
You know what? Because I'm failing anyway, and I have my reaction back. Shield. So I'm gonna
Sweet.
block it.
And then that will be a 34 to hit.
That one will hit.
So that'll be 25 slashing and 15 fire.
I'm gonna. No, I can't. 25. And then what was the fire?
15.
15.
And you just hear him. He's just like, yes, melt away. And like as he like impacts you again, you just flick it in and out.
I might not melt away, but I might fade away.
That will end his turn, bringing us to Echo.
Probably going to be a bad thing, but I just want to use all my bells and whistles for the fun of it. Going to walk over to him, and as I do, time's just going to stop as I use Temporal Warrior.
Yes.
So let's roll and see how many actual actions I get. Hey, look at that too. It's worse than my actual attacks anyway, but just for the fun of it, I had to. So while time stops for everyone else, I'll walk up on him and just take both attacks.
I'll tell you what I'll do for you. Because you are you are stopping time at this point, I will say that these attacks will hit him and not his mirror images.
Yeah, okay.
Nice. Also, I want to hit him.
26. 26 and a 19, which is a crit at the moment.
Okay, yeah.
So, let's just do the normal damage there. So, that is 9 necrotic and 14 slashing.
Yep.
Do I get the fire damage still?
Yeah.
Ooh, interesting. How does this mechanic work?
I'm going to say no. I think no. Because technically it's like you've stopped... I'm going to say no.
Time.
I will look into it if this happens again, but for now I'm saying no.
Okay, and then let me do the crit. That was D20s, not 12. That's okay. So that is 16 slashing. Let me just do the D12 for you.
I rolled 20 on a D12.
That's 16 slashing. That's almost max damage on the necrotic for 47.
Oh,
yeah.
Damn.
Finish him.
He's looking very, very hurt.
And at the end of that, I'm going to move around and position myself in front of Magnus.
Okay.
And then as time, starts to run again, these two attacks just perfectly, and then I'm just in front of him in a split second, just like...
Yeah.
Ugh.
Amazing. These two attacks just like slash up his back. This fire like hits him against the back, but like he's like appeared like straight in front of you. It's just like, oh.
I'm not done yet. Leave him alone.
Well, that was kind of hot.
That will then actually bring us to... Actually, no. At the end of Echo's turn, he is going to use...
You could say it took me a lifetime to learn all this.
He is going to use 2 legendary actions. And you feel... Echo, you feel like this... Your armor start to get like blazingly hot and like you start to sweat profusely. As he's going to use Infernal Edge, which basically means I roll D6, which is a 4, and then any rolls you make, attack rolls you make against him on your next turn, have 4 taken away from him.
Reduced. Okay, no problem.
Yeah, I could have said it that way, but no. Why would I do that? Then that brings us to Magnus.
Okay. He still has like clone up, doesn't he?
He's still got 2, yeah.
Okay. Oh, 'cause there's 3 mirrors, isn't it? Ah,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
I just want to brand him. Okay.
On the upside, you can, walk around and get advanced again if you want.
Yeah, I'm good. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna be like, excuse me, sorry.
No problem. Just looking him dead in the eyes as Magnus walks around him.
Right.
And
Here we
just
go.
get in here, right under the ribs.
Really? Okay. Apparently, it doesn't want me to hit anymore. Yeah. Yeah, that's another dirty 20 on the
No,
first
that will
attack.
miss.
Okay, I think this one might hit. That rolled off the table. 26 to hit.
That will hit.
The clone.
Oh no, it hits him.
Yes!
I rolled high enough.
Huzzah!
Oh wait. No, yeah. I rolled a 7. I needed like 8. So
Okay, so damage.
damn you, dice.
13 piercing.
Okay.
1 fire. I'm assuming.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. I just needed. Okay.
Sneak attack?
7 necrotic. Yes, sneak attack. And then he needs to make a con save, please.
Okay. You will suffer 16 points of fire for hitting him.
16. Okay.
And a con save, you say? That's pretty good. 27.
I think he's fine.
You're a very funny boy.
Yes.
For the sneak attack damage.
How much sneak attack, sorry?
21.
21. Magnus, as you start to fade back into this light form that you was mere hours ago, you can feel yourself being pulled away from this moment. You manage to hang on just in time to deliver the killing blow. How do you kill the Firehead?
Ooh.
I'm not gonna lie, them 8 hits did most of the work.
I know, I was gonna say that's pretty big.
The fact that I've also got 4 crits as well because I crit on an 18 and up.
Okay. So, what I'm going to do instead, if you allow me, with that one attack, I'm going to wrap my thread around his neck, and I was going to brand him, so I'm going to use that power to kind of help sear and pull so that his head comes off.
Nice. You kind of as you wrap the thread around there, you kind of lock his fire powers against him, and these flames that he's used to harm so many start to betray him, and just like popping a cork on a champagne bottle, his head just clean pops off.
Before that pop happens, can I lean in and just go, I told you you're more menacing when you're all together.
Yeah.
Yes. For an added 10 points of psychic damage.
Oh, at least he knows it's just the head.
It's not the head of anything anymore.
And as you do this, Magnus, you fade, disappear. Echo, you're left standing there. And as this Firehead kind of collapses, head flies off into the ether from the sheer pull of Magnus becoming light again and this energy that happened. The body crumbles away, and you do find a giant, I say giant, it fits in the palm of your hand, probably about this size, ruby left in its wake. And that's a great place to stop for now.
Yeah, no.